Hi there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading. This is Yetta Pearl, and this is your general angel reading for the week of February 14th through 20th of 2022. So, Valentine's Day. Excuse me. It feels like... I can't even say that yet because I don't have the cards out. I was going to say it feels like this is not really going to be a love reading, even though that would make sense. But we'll see. We'll see once the rest of the cards come out. So it's February, almost the end of February, middle of February. And, we've had some really amazing messages come out already for this year. Lots and lots of change worldwide. And so that is definitely continuing. It it feels like faster change than we've had recently. And actually it truly is. It's like everything, the momentum has really grown in this. So worldwide, it's a time of quick change. All right, so we have all the cards out now. So let's see what the message is that your angels are giving you for this week. They're saying, stay true to yourself. Stay true to yourself. So when there is something that you believe, that you know, that you feel absolutely in your gut, that for you is true, it doesn't have to be true for anybody else. This is your knowledge for yourself, right? And so do not, your angels are saying, do not, they're very adamant about this. Do not just agree with somebody just for the sake of agreeing. If you don't agree, then don't. Don't give the impression that you're agreeing. They're even kind of saying, don't even just avoid talking about it. You can be very, very mild and just say, oh, well, no, that's not how it is for me. But don't give them the impression that you agree with them when you don't. This is personal self-growth. And, with the world changing so much, individuals are changing. That's how come the world is changing. It's because the individuals are. You are one of those. It feels like this is going to surprise you a little bit, that normally you're pretty tactful and diplomatic and you can just kind of keep your mouth shut and whatever else. It's like you can't right now. And you don't want to. Right? So definitely stay true to yourself. Make sure that what you're saying is what you truly feel, not just that you're, repeating what somebody else said that kind of sounded good. Right? Yeah. Okay. And so along the same line, watch your thoughts. So often this card means, make sure you stay out of negativity and that kind of stuff. It's different this time. They're saying watch your thoughts because you are the maker of your own reality. And so if you are sitting there going, no, like truly I feel this, and then somebody else speaks and you say, oh, yeah, good point. When you're in the inside, you're going, what is, that doesn't line up at all with what I think, that's not my opinion. Then when, that creates a conflict within you when your thoughts are different from what you're speaking, right? So watch your thoughts, pay attention to them, understand what they are so that you can stay true to yourself, so that you can avoid that inner conflict. And, it does certainly mean to try and stay on the positive side. There's for some of you, there's a tendency to kind of drop into maybe a depression of some kind, or, something like that, a low point. And when you get to that, it's really hard to take action, to do things to bring yourself out of it. So in that way, you want to try not to get into it to start with, I guess, right? But so there is still that as well, but mostly this is talking about making sure that your thoughts line up with your words. Okay, all right. there's a birth happening. Excuse me for my croaky throat. It seems to me this happened last week with your reading as well. And I just thought it was me that I had a croaky throat. But when it's 2 in a row, like this, being true to yourself, make sure that you're speaking your own truth, because it clogs you up. Otherwise, it blocks your energy because you're telling untruths, basically, right? And that is what they were talking about when your angels, when they said that usually you're good at staying silent. The time is not now to stay silent. The time now is to speak. Okay, all right. So, birth. So for some of you, this is actually, you're having a baby. Congratulations. This is beautiful. Or a grandbaby, or, a niece or nephew, a good friend, somebody having a baby. And so absolute cause for celebration. Those new ones are just so amazing. And and so absolutely you're going to, take note of that and celebrate that. For some of you, this is different things. Like this is maybe the birth of this ability to speak your thoughts. And, worldwide, again, we're going back to the worldwide. This is a time where people are finding their voice. And this is a really important development for humankind. And that is no matter, like, it appears that mostly there's 2 sides to what's going on lately. There's more than 2 sides, as always, right? So no matter where you and your thoughts and your opinions fall, it is important that each individual learn how to express themselves. Otherwise, how can anybody hear you, even like any other time? Like, we have to know how to actually speak. Many of us have not known. So this is the birth of this new self, birth of this new world, kind of a new world order is what they're saying, like new way of being. And it is, and it's not going to be quick. But we have a little bit of time. That's what we're doing right now. Is we're rebuilding ourselves. Okay, and they're just saying that's for some people that's maybe true, but for some people that's not true. You've been fully built all along. It's just that you haven't been showing who you are. So practice. They're saying this. Practice disagreeing. With somebody maybe that you trust, right? Practice saying what you really mean and learn, like really take note that, hey, no, you didn't die from that, right? There was no bad effect of you being yourself. Okay, there you go. All right, and same lines here. This is yourself healing your heart, healing from all the times that you didn't speak. And, this has nothing to do with anybody else. It's not that anybody forced you to not speak. It was your choice all along. And that's a huge thing for you to realize. It was your choice all along. You could have been speaking. You chose not to. So, when now that you're learning how, like you're kind of going, okay, well, I didn't know how. All right. But it was nobody's fault that you didn't know how. You're not a victim. Nobody forced you to be silent. You chose. And so this coming into yourself, this emerging and learning how to speak, learning how to stand by your own opinion, right, is many of you have been learning it for a while already, but it's like there's more to be learned. You're not at the point of easily saying things yet. And so you're getting closer to that all the time. And that's a beautiful growth thing. Amazing. And all that, as it's been happening, has been contributing to healing your heart from that victimhood that you know, some of you are still in that, some of you were in that, and you're trying to get out of it. You're healing that. And so this is all more steps towards doing that. It's beautiful. And, you know, you can't ever discount when you're healing, when you're learning to speak, when you're learning to stand behind your own self, stand up for your own self. That is like there's people watching you learn that. And it's not like being under a microscope or anything like that. Please don't feel self-conscious about it. This is in terms of being a really great example that there's somebody sitting there going, wow, that's awesome. And then they're taking courage from that. So it's a beautiful thing. Okay. So, have you been doing any journaling lately? Some of you definitely have, and have done for a long, long time, and it's something that you regularly do, and that's great. So, because you've done that, your angels are saying, look back over, I don't even know, a while, a long time, and just skim through some of it and see what kind of a different person you were then compared to now. I think you'll be a little surprised because, you know, we make all these strides and we don't even realize that we're making these strides. And then there'll be some little thing that we wrote that kind of reminds you like, oh, right, I was like that then. That's only 6 weeks ago, right? Like, amazing. So you're doing, you know, doing so much growth and doing so well. It'll surprise you. For those of you who don't journal, you might want to start. It's a suggestion. You certainly don't have to. It doesn't suit everybody. But for those of you who it does, yeah, it is a suggestion. Okay. And okay, so it's like some of you are feeling like things are just taking too long. That what you've been working on, what you've been striving for is taking too long and you're losing heart. You're getting discouraged. But please don't. Have faith. Everything is coming exactly as it should. These things are a process. They're not just a single event, right? So keep going, keep having the faith. You don't want to quit now. You're like 5 minutes from the end. So keep doing it. Keep doing it. You got this. Okay. And so here we have the daily guidance cards, and we will grab one last piece of advice, a little bit of wisdom from your guardian angels. And okay, the law of attraction. Yes, keeping in mind what you are vibrating is what you are attracting. So if you don't like what's coming into your life, look to your own vibration, because what you are vibrating at is what level of vibration you are attracting. And you're the only one who can change it. Yeah. And okay. And so they're just saying to me that this stay true to yourself. When you're not true to yourself, then you're giving out these conflicting vibes. And so what's coming to you probably isn't what you're wanting. Okay. All right. There you go. There's your message. Aquarius, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you and I love you, and I will see you next week.